I've gone over this in my head so many times, and I try. I try as best not to contradict myself because you don't know. Some people don't know what side of the fence you're on, and there are times where you do understand both sides, and people kind of want you to pick a side, and you really don't know what side you're really on. But I've always, when it comes to that, I just think it depends on the situation. Now, what are y'all saying? Ray, what the fuck are you talking about? By the title, you should already know, but the other people that don't, Ray, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't watch the BET Hip Hop Awards this year. I usually watch it every year, but you know, that shit, I don't know. The Hip Hop Awards kind of get stale every year. And I really only did watch it for the Cyphers anyway. And the Cyphers was cool. It was like, I didn't really know anybody. I feel like the ciphers shouldn't, and I knew a lot of most of them I didn't know, but I feel like the ciphers when it comes to the ciphers, I feel like it should be a mix of the who's who and the new school or someone that's new. Now they put someone mostly that's new and a lot of lyricists on there, but at the same time, like none of if you would have like read me off the ciphers of some of the names, with the exception of King Los and and Iman Shumpert, because I really like never knew he rapped, but I just kind of like wanted to know how what type of rapper he was. But every other name was probably not going to stick out to me. The comedy cipher was good though, but I expect that because obviously Lil Duval is a comedian that raps and sings and sometimes. So I did expect that coming out of there. But we're not even going to talk about that. Um, this is about Nipsey Hussle winning the MVP awards. Now, I knew who Nipsey Hussle was when the freshman list came out, and he was, I believe, he was on um, the one with, I think he was out on the one with Wale or the one after that. But Nipsey Hussle um, was on the freshman cover, and he won the MVP awards. And now I do like Nipsey Hussle's music. I'm not gonna say I'm a big fan of Nipsey Hussle because I'm not gonna front like everybody was like, oh, for some reason they're a big fan of Nipsey Hussle. Everybody played Nipsey Hussle. I do like Nipsey Hussle's music. He he's always spoke the realness. You can tell a real nigga when you see one. Nipsey Hussle is one of them. He's a real nigga when you see one. He makes really good music. Uh, but if I'm really honest, I listen to his shit like maybe once or twice, maybe three times, and then I probably never go back to it. Victory Lap is a great album, and I tell people all the time, Victory Lap is a great album, but I never really went back to Victory Lap, and I held on that. I made a top 10 list of albums, and I realized it didn't make my top 10 list. But and I did make after um I did make a next video talking about the albums that didn't make my top 10. Nipsey Hussle, I did talk about Victory Lap Nipsey Hussle, and I said it myself. I liked the album. I thought it was a real dope ass album, but at the same time, I didn't go back to it as much as everybody did. So it really didn't impact me as much as others did. Now, the fact that a lot of people are streaming his music now before he died, that's cool. The fact that he even got MVP on the BET Hip Hop Awards, which is like their biggest award, it's like the award you really want to take home out of everything. Like every award, to me, every award is cool, but the MVP award is the really one you want because it shows people you've really been grinding, people really fuck with you and all the other stuff. I think that's why I like that MVP award that the BET Hip Hop Awards gets. But at the same time, and this is where I fall because there are people that are like diehard Nipsey fans. They go, fuck y'all niggas that play Nipsey shit now that he's dead. Y'all should have been playing that shit when he was alive. And then there's the other side that says, look, I'm trying to get that nigga love. You know, he just died and all that shit. Rest in peace. And it doesn't matter if I listen to this shit now or that I listen to the shit that I'm listening to it. Now, like I said, I'm on both sides because sometimes you really do have a hit and like people don't really fuck with it until, I hate to say it, until you die. Like Biggie said, you're nobody till somebody kills you. And this is why a lot of old people, they tell me, please don't give me no roses when I'm dead. Give them to me when I'm awake. And I feel like as much as Nipsey tried to do much for the community, like I said, everybody knew him as a real nigga. Like if you knew Nipsey, you knew him as a real nigga. But there was a lot of people that didn't know Nipsey. There's probably people that never met Nipsey, and over there singing his praises of how much of a icon he is to the West Coast and all the other stuff. But you couldn't name like 5 songs from fucking Nipsey Hussle. Now, don't get me wrong, I listen to his albums too, but like I said, I can't even name 5. Like, I can't even name 5, but I have listened to his work. So, I'm like I said, to me, myself, I'm in the middle of this, and that's why I said I don't want to contradict myself, but at the same time, I've been on that side where I've told people, like, why y'all dick riding him now that he's dead? Why wasn't y'all really? I don't want to say the word dick ride because it makes it. But why y'all really on him heavy now that he's dead? Why y'all haven't been on him when he was alive? Because, like I said, he does make great music. Victory Lap is his best work. Y'all could have been showing that nigga love. And I feel like about that about a lot of artists too. I feel like a lot of artists, especially in this time, they're not gonna get a lot of love until they're dead. I said the same thing about XXX Tentacion. Now, even though XXX Tentacion had a diehard fan base and all that other shit, a lot of people was really, really calling him like he was this generation's Tupac. And I had to tell people, slow your roll. Like, slow your roll. I'm pretty sure they didn't mean that music wise, like image wise, but even then, I tell people, slow your roll. If anything, he was this generation's Kid Cudi, which is cool because Kid Cudi, when he came out, he started a wave that I feel like a lot of niggas ride now, and like this emo emotional rap that, you know, rapping about depression and all that other shit instead of being all flashy and all that other shit. I feel like Kid Cudi really started that wave, and everybody now like rapping like they got feelings and shit. So, but with Nipsey, Nipsey was always, he was on that gangster he was on that gangster shit. He was on that rebuilding the community shit. He was a smart brother. Like anybody hasn't really met him. No, he's been like, there's videos of him when he first talking about, and he's talking about rebuilding the community, and that's why they call it a marathon. You know, someone hopes. So, in conclusion, congratulations on giving him MVP, but I really wish y'all really showed that nigga love. As much love as y'all showing that nigga that he's dead, as much, I can speak. Congratulations on getting the MVP, Nipsey Hussle. May you rest in peace. But I'm not gonna lie, I wish they did give you as much love that you're getting now that you are deceased as of when they should have been giving you this when they're alive. I hope I said that correctly because I don't want to confuse nobody. I really wish he got his roses when he was alive and not dead. And I feel like other rappers like other rappers that I do enjoy and do make good music is going to fall in line. And I'm not gonna knock on wood. I'm not gonna say who because I don't want to put that bad vibe out there. But there are a lot of rappers like that that make great music, but probably won't get appreciated until they're dead. I feel like a lot of these artists, they do make great music. They put their hearts and soul into them. Hell, even the ones I don't like I will at least appreciate you like putting yourself out there. But for Nipsey, just be really authentic with it. Like that's why no one had a problem with NBA YoungBoy when he said My condolences to him and family, but he's like, I'm not gonna speak on it. I ain't know him like that. He ain't like the other people. I ain't really know him like that. But like I rather the NBA YoungBoy approach to most answers than hell, even the Kodak Black shit. Because we're not gonna get back into that. I done had a video about people checking Kodak Black. But let me know what y'all think. How do y'all are y'all like me? Is like y'all in the middle of this, or are y'all on one or the other side where like I may not listen to his music back then, but now that I listen to his music, I can appreciate him. Or are y'all like them diehard Nipsey fans that feel like a lot of y'all just dick riding him now because he's dead because that's the wave? Y'all should have been like giving this nigga roses when he was alive, like most Nipsey fans was. Because let's be real, he was a real good staple in the hood. So, what did y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.